This video is about the fascinating history of Spain, from the first inhabitants of the Iberian Peninsula to the challenges of the present. I will explain how different peoples and cultures shaped the country over thousands of years and which important turning points influenced Spain's development. Thousands of years ago, people lived in caves on the Iberian Peninsula. They hunted animals and gathered plants to survive. Cave paintings, like those in Altamira, show animals and scenes from their daily lives. These early inhabitants were the first to shape the land. Around 3,000 years ago, the Celts and Iberians arrived in Spain. The Celts lived in the north and were skilled metalworkers. The Iberians in the south and east had their own languages and built small towns. Both peoples traded with each other and with other cultures. Around 1000 BC, the Phoenicians, a trading people, reached Spain's coasts. They founded cities like Cadiz and traded goods such as metals and fabrics. Later, the Carthaginians, a powerful people from North Africa, took control of parts of Spain. They used the land for their wars against Rome. From 218 BC onwards, the Romans conquered the Iberian Peninsula. They built roads, aqueducts, and cities like Tarragona. The Romans brought their language, laws, and Christianity. After almost 600 years, Spain was firmly part of the Roman Empire. In the 5th century AD, the Roman Empire collapsed. Barbarian tribes like the Vandals and Suebi moved through Spain. They left behind chaos and destroyed many Roman cities. This was a time of unrest and war. In the 5th century AD, the Roman Empire collapsed. Barbarian tribes like the Vandals and Suebi moved through Spain. They left behind chaos and destroyed many Roman cities. This was a time of unrest and war. In 711, Muslims from North Africa conquered Spain. They called the land Al-Andalus and made Córdoba their capital. The Muslims brought new techniques in agriculture and science. Many cities flourished under their rule. In the 10th century, Al-Andalus became a powerful caliphate. Córdoba was one of the largest and richest cities in the world. It had magnificent mosques, libraries, and schools, but internal conflicts later weakened the caliphate. In the north of Spain, small Christian kingdoms like Leon and Castile emerged. These kingdoms fought the Muslims to reclaim their land. This long struggle was called the Reconquista. The Christians slowly gained strength. In the 11th century, Castile grew in power. King Alfonso VI captured the city of Toledo from the Muslims in 1085. Castile became the most important Christian kingdom. It united many regions under its rule. In the 12th century, new Muslim groups, the Almoravids and Almohads, came to Spain. They aimed to strengthen Al-Andalus and push back the Christians. They were successful for a time, but the Christian kingdoms resisted. The fighting continued. In 1212, the Christian kingdoms defeated the Almohads at the Battle of Las Navas de Tolosa. This victory was a turning point in the Reconquista. The Muslims lost much of their power in Spain. The Christians kept gaining territory. In 1469, Isabella of Castile and Ferdinand of Aragon married. Their wedding united the two most powerful kingdoms in Spain. Together, they made Spain stronger and more unified. They also introduced the Inquisition to control religious beliefs. In 1492, Isabella and Ferdinand conquered Granada, the last Muslim kingdom. This ended Muslim rule in Spain. Many Muslims and Jews had to leave the country or convert. Spain was now almost entirely Christian. That same year, 1492, Spain funded Christopher Columbus's voyage. He discovered America, which made Spain very wealthy. Gold and silver from the New World flowed into Spain. The country became a global power. In the 16th century, Spain experienced its golden age. Under King Philip II, Spain was the most powerful country in Europe. It had colonies in America, Asia, and Africa. Art and literature also flourished. In the 17th century, Spain's power began to decline. Wars, like the 30 Years' War, cost a lot of money. The colonies became harder to control. Spain lost influence in Europe. In 1700, the Bourbon dynasty came to the Spanish throne. King Philip V introduced reforms to modernize Spain. He centralized power and improved administration. Still, Spain remained weaker than other nations. In 1808, Napoleon occupied Spain and placed his brother on the throne. Many Spaniards resisted in a bloody war. This War of Independence lasted until 1814. Spain regained its freedom but was left weakened. In the 19th century, Spain lost almost all its colonies. Countries like Mexico and Argentina became independent. Only Cuba and the Philippines remained until 1898. Spain was no longer a world power. After Napoleon's defeat, the monarchy was restored, but there were many conflicts between liberals and conservatives. Spain had several constitutions and uprisings. Politics remained unstable. In 1898, Spain lost the war against the USA. Cuba and the Philippines became independent or went to the USA. This was a major blow to Spanish pride. The country had to redefine itself. In 1931, the monarchy was abolished and Spain became a republic. The new government introduced reforms like women's suffrage, but there were tensions between left and right. Conflict escalated quickly. In 1936, the Spanish Civil War began between Republicans and nationalists. General Francisco Franco led the nationalists. The war was brutal and lasted until 1939. Franco won and became dictator. From 1939 to 1975, Franco ruled Spain with an iron fist. There were no free elections, and opponents were persecuted. Spain was isolated and economically weak. Many people lived in poverty. After Franco's death in 1975, Juan Carlos I became king. He led Spain toward democracy. In 1978, the country adopted a new constitution. Free elections were held and Spain opened up to the world. In 1986, Spain joined the European Union. This brought economic growth and modernization. Cities like Madrid and Barcelona became internationally known. Spain became an important part of Europe. In 2008, a major economic crisis hit Spain. Many people lost their jobs, especially the youth. The government had to cut spending, which led to protests. The country slowly recovered. In the 2010s, many Catalans wanted independence from Spain. In 2017, there was a controversial referendum in Catalonia. The Spanish government stopped it with force. The conflict remains unresolved. Today, Spain is a modern democracy with a vibrant culture. Tourism, football, and festivals like La Tomatina are world famous. The country faces challenges such as climate change and political tensions, but Spain remains a key part of Europe.